A conservatorship legally has a family member come in and will take over your finances and pay your bills. Now keep in mind, it's court supervised. So if you are conserved, the court will supervise you, and they ask for an accounting every year. And if you're messing up, they're going to remove you. They could sue you as well. Money reveals the person. And people aren't exactly great. A lot of family members are waiting for a lot of my clients to pass away, and they're going to have another thing coming when they read the estate plan I wrote, because a lot of people aren't going to get what they expect. In your situation, you need a plan. Because if you have family members you think are waiting around for you to die, they shouldn't get a dime. It's up to you. You should say what you want done. Courts are very, very strict. If you want something done, they're going to honor that. If you put your kids' names on your home, their creditors can go after them and can go after your home. You don't want that. Also, your children can grant their portion of the estate to someone else. You lose control of your assets if you put your kids on title prematurely. If you trust them, great. A lot of times, clients will put their children on their bank accounts so they could make payments to other bills and stuff. That's okay, it's a judgment call. But if you put your kids' names on your house and they're sued, or if they have bad credit, or if they have creditors, they could come after you, they could take your home. And I think you all need to really digest these 14 signs of financial elder abuse. 1, you can't spend money the way you want. Number 2, your bills aren't paid on time, even though you have financial resources to pay your bills. 3, you're forced to sell or give away property or sign over a power of attorney or change title of property to someone else. I see that a lot, especially with lawyers. You are offered care in exchange for property or access to bank accounts. That's a big one. That happens a lot. Your account shows activity that you couldn't have done, such as making an ATM withdrawal when you've been here the whole time, or bedridden. Your financial situation suddenly changes. Your belongings are missing, or your will is suddenly changed. Your bank account shows unusual activity. I can't stress this enough. Even if someone else is handling your finances, you should at least see your monthly statements just to see what's going on. Every month. There's no excuse for a family member supplying you with your financial statements. Where are we? Number 10, senior, you make changes to financial decisions but seem incapable of understanding the decisions. If you don't understand the decisions you're making, don't make the decisions until you're properly informed. You're isolated from friends or family. You're afraid to speak in front of a caregiver or companion or family member about finances. Or you purchased items that you can't use, like a lifetime membership at a gym. Or you receive care well below the level you can afford. If you have experienced any of these, you need to at least call a lawyer. Call me. My number's on here, everywhere. Those of you who are widows or widowers that have an estate plan, there is something called bypass trusts, which are all the rage, again, in the 80s and 90s and 70s, I think. And what a bypass trust does is it splits the estate in two, and it prevents you from touching one half of the estate. This doubles your estate tax exemption, which at the time in the 80s was $1 million. Now it's $5.34 million. Now, unless your estate is over $11 million, you don't need a bypass trust. And if the financial institution is giving you problems on trying to get a portion of your finances, you need to talk to an estate planning lawyer to deal with that. We have to go to court and file a motion so you could get those assets if you need them. A will is not going to avoid probate. I can't repeat that enough. If anyone here has a will and you have any assets, a probate lawyer like me is going to step in after you pass away and make a lot of money on you. You don't want that to happen. Probate is never a good idea. There are lawyers in Hayward in their 50s and 60s and 70s that are making millions of dollars a year. I'm not making that number up. Millions. Because at the beginning of their practice, all they did was write wills. And it's unconscionable. It's disgusting. So if you have any estate plans that say, contact me after you guys pass away, your family members contact you so we can probate the estate, call another lawyer immediately and get your estate plan up to date.